Hi guys, welcome back. Nice simple one this week. Just a couple of finishing details on the rear bumper. Gonna fit some reversing sensors so I don't crash. So the Ford Focus, as standard, the Mark 1 did come with parking sensors. However, I don't think the RS ever did. And even if I could find a set, I'm not sure I could muster up the courage to afford a set. So what I've done is just bought a generic parking sensor kit that is flush fit as well. So the standard Focus ones, I've got, the good old fashioned ones that sort of stick out a little bit. These are flush fit, so they blend into the bumper basically. So I bought this and I'm just going to fit it, and hopefully it'll be good enough just to give me a bit of advance warning when reversing. I don't think I've driven a car without parking sensors for about 10 years. So even though I'm fairly confident I will not crash when reversing, it's always nice to have an early warning kit. So I have no idea how good this is going to be. But considering I've put this many holes in the bumper anyway, I'm fairly sure putting 4 more in for this isn't going to hurt it. So first things first, in the kit you get a lot of destructions. You get a little brain box, a hole saw to drill your holes, a load of clips to mount your sensors, a sounder or a beeper to tell you how close you are, 4 sensors, and what looks like a load of 3M tape underneath. I'm probably not going to be using 3M tape. As I've got the fiberglass out, I'm probably going to fiberglass them in. Makes me feel a little bit better. And hopefully not have them come off. So, reading the instructions, it says on the back of the box, to make your life easy. Oh no, it's the same stuff as... Okay, they did make your life easy. It's on this little sheet. And it says the sensors should be installed between 40 centimeters and 70 centimeters off the ground, and between 30 and 40 centimeters apart. So I'm going to go with however tall I'm going to get them roughly about here-ish, anywhere in this band, which I imagine is 40 to 70 anyway. Oh, there we are. This line is about 52, this swage line. So we'll just probably go about 45, I imagine. And 30 to 40 centimeters apart. So I'll mark the middle of the bumper, go 20 either side, and then we'll mark from the new one to the outer edge. Probably the widest distance, depends what it looks like. And then we'll get into the wiring later. So, let's get my masking tape, put it in the right place, use the tape measure, and today's Sharpie is green. Just mark the holes where I need them to go. So there's my 2 marks. Now all I need to do is measure from the floor up 40, I think I decided 48. And X marks the spot. Right, I decided to go with 50 in the end. The passenger side tyre was actually low, so the car was a little bit like that. So I pumped that one up now, and it's a bit more level. And we've gone with 50 millimeters up from the floor for these. So all I need to do now is mark out the outer ones, 40 millimeters away from this mark, and then we can drill. And hopefully there's nothing behind them there, which I don't think there is. So we're all good. Oh, that's 20, not 40. Good catch. $40 is out here. Also, that's why you use tape. If you're on a bumper that you care a little bit more about than this one, then you can always pull the tape off and fix your mistake. There we go. We have our 4 marks. So now we just need to take the hole saw, and this is a tiny, probably very rubbish one, but it'll do the job because it's only going through plastic. And now we just drill through where we need to go. This is the point of no return. And let me just double check. Distance between there and there is bang on 40. And it is 50 mil off the floor. They do give you a blunt drill bit. Oh. Okay, there's one hole. Don't forget to pull the old bit out. And double check. 50 mil. Right, there you go. There's my 4 holes. This hole saw now is pretty much useless, I imagine. So you can just put it back in the box and never use it ever again. So now we just need to pick one of these. Feel my way up behind. My hands are too big. Oh. 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 I can't reach. And there you go. There's your flush fit parking sensors. What I'm going to do now is take the bumper off, put all these sensors in with the brackets, and then I'm going to sand the back of the bumper where the brackets go so that the fiberglass can stick. That is obviously an option. You don't have to do that, but if you've got that option, why not? Otherwise, a good glue and or the 3M stickies that they give you. I imagine these are pretty good. 3M stuff is pretty good, but these are never coming out. So why would I want to make them removable? So let's get this bumper off. So looking at these sensors, when they are in the bumper on these brackets, the sensor actually sticks too far out of the bumper. So I think one of these on here and then fiberglass over them might actually be the way forward. So that the thickness of that pulls this back into the bumper just enough so they're a bit more flush fit. I don't know how I can test that without actually doing it. So, I mean, this is probably cheap enough, isn't it, to buy more. So it only sticks up that much instead of that much, plus the width of that. So I'm going to put all those sensors in, and then when I know the brackets go, I will take out the sensors, fiberglass over the brackets, and then wait for the fiberglass to dry. Okay, that's all of them on. Now I'm just going to lay some fiberglass over these bits and leave it dry. Right, as you've just seen, I plugged the 4 sensors into the bumper, into those brackets that I fiberglassed in. I also pulled all the 4 cables through the hole in the boot. That hole in the boot is normally for the, I think it's a reverse light on this side, maybe a fog light. But there's basically a light in there and it has a plug on the back and a grommet coming in through to the boot of the car, so I've utilized that. What I might do is cut all these cables and put a plug there so I can take it on and off, so whenever the bumper comes off, it's just a simple case of unplugging it from the car instead of having to pull it all out and just make life awkward. But now all I need to do is plug those sensors, so each cable has a plug on the end of it. Needs to get plugged into the box like this. That's upside down like that. Cool. Do you see that? Done that one-handed. and then we'll give it power and then we'll check if it works. This last one is for the buzzer. The buzzer also has a fancy clip, so we can just clip it in, and then the power goes in the end one. So the power has a plug on one end, and on the other end has two loose tails. And all you need to do is put this onto the frame of the car, the black one onto the frame of the car, or find an earth somewhere. Luckily for me, I have an earth right next to the battery, and then this power one goes to the same cable that turns your reversing light on. So for now, I'm just going to put this on the red post of the battery, this on the black post of the battery to make it come to life. But when I wire it in properly, this will be on the reverse light switch. So as soon as the reverse light comes on, this comes on, and hopefully the beeps should work. That's a good start. So it works. Not entirely convinced it's that great, but it's only an early warning system. I don't plan on hitting many things. Hopefully this is just another quick, cheap system that I can chuck on the car to, well, dot in T's and cross in I's. Either way, even if it's not that accurate, it seems to do the job well enough. I can always upgrade it to a better system in future. But like I said, this one does the job for now, so we'll roll with it. So I'm pleased with these reversing sensors. Flush fit is much nicer. One thing that does need finishing off on the back of this car is this light. So on the other side, there is a reflector and a clear white light. On this side, there's a fog light, and I hate it. Why Ford never made it symmetrical, I have no idea. So that one comes out to be replaced with that one, which is the European model reversing light. So now that goes in there like a glove. That goes in the bin. And now both sides match. Right, that's enough for this week. Nice simple one, like I said at the start. Reversing sensors all fitted. They seem to work okay. New light on the back. I may do one more change on the back, which is put a fog light somewhere. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I haven't thought about it. I've got some ideas in my mind, but as usual, they need time to fester. So while those ideas are festering in my mind, why don't you like this video or dislike this video? Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go follow me on all these other social media platforms. You get to see little bits of behind the scenes, and if you really want to get involved with the channel and support it and get some perks like having this video early and seeing some behind the scenes things that I just don't put up on social media, go support the channel on Patreon. The link is in the description. I might put it up there or there. Either way, the option is there for you. No obligation, but it's all appreciated. Next week, I'm going to get in trouble with a better half. She might shout at me, she might not. I guess you'll have to tune in to find out. So, until then, ciao.